The journey to a basket brimming with fresh, high-quality eggs begins not in the nesting box, but in the feed trough. Proper nutrition is the single most critical factor influencing a hen's ability to lay consistently and productively. It is the very fuel that powers the complex biological machinery responsible for egg formation. Without the precise balance of energy, protein, vitamins, a hen system simply cannot sustain the demanding daily process of creating a perfectly shelled egg. Think of feed as the foundational investment in your flock's health and output. Cutting corners here will inevitably lead to diminished returns in the form of fewer eggs. Protein stands as a primary pillar in a laying hen's diet required for both her own body maintenance and the formation of the egg itself. An egg is, after all, a protein powerhouse. A standard layer feed should contain approximately 16 to 18% crude protein. This protein is composed of amino acids. Key amino acids like methionine, lysine. Insufficient protein or a deficiency in these specific amino acids will quickly manifest. Calcium is the undisputed king of minerals for a laying hen. The formation of a single eggshell demands approximately 2 grams of calcium. This constitutes a large portion of the hen's skeletal calcium reserves. A hen requires a diet containing 3.5 to 4.5% calcium. A scientifically proven and widely effective layer ration formula is built around achieving specific nutritional percentages. A typical target is 16% crude protein, approximately 4% calcium. Here's a sample layer feed formula showing ingredient percentages. Ground corn, the primary energy source. Soybean meal, high-quality protein and essential amino acids. These two ingredients often form the bulk of commercial feed. Corn, wheat. Finely ground limestone supplies calcium. A vitamin and mineral premix is added to balance micronutrients. A simple backyard formula might look like this: 65% ground corn, 25% soybean meal, 8% ground limestone, 2% vitamin and mineral premix. The nutritional needs of a hen are not static. They evolve significantly as she matures and moves through her productive life. Young pullets from about 8 to 18 weeks of age are fed a grower ration. This change should occur right as the flock approaches the point of lay, typically around 18 to 20 weeks of age, or when you see the first egg. Switching to a high-calcium layer feed at this point is essential. During the peak production period, which typically occurs within the first year of laying, a hen's nutritional requirements are at their highest. She is laying frequently. It is during this time that a high-quality, well-balanced layer ration is non-negotiable. As a hen ages into her second or third year of laying, her rate of production naturally declines. Her feed efficiency also decreases. Some producers switch to a feed with a slightly lower protein content, around 15 to 16%. The most effective and widely recommended feeding method for laying hens is to provide free choice access to their complete layer ration throughout the day. This means keeping the feeders full at all times. Chickens are natural foragers. A mature laying hen typically eats about 1/4 pound, 110 to 120 grams, per day, but consumption varies significantly. Ambient temperature, more in cold, less in heat. Provide enough feeder space so at least 1/3 of the flock can eat simultaneously. Many hens have a heightened appetite in late afternoon and evening as they fuel up to form the next day's egg overnight. Always provide fresh, clean water at all times. A hen's body is over 50% water. Give treats and scratch grains sparingly. They disrupt balanced intake. Limit supplemental foods to no more than 10% of the flock's daily diet. Overfeeding treats or scratch grains dilutes layer feed and can cause protein and calcium deficiencies. That way, they get critical nutrients first before snacking. One of the most frequent and detrimental feeding mistakes is providing an imbalanced diet through excessive treats or scratch grains. While it is enjoyable to spoil your flock, these supplemental foods are the equivalent of junk food for chickens. This dilutes their overall nutrient intake. Weak shells, reduced laying frequency. Another common error is introducing a high-calcium layer feed to young pullets too early. This is a dangerous practice. That forces her kidneys to work overtime. Switch only when birds are approaching 20 weeks of age. Failing to provide supplemental, free-choice calcium is another significant oversight. The demand for calcium varies between birds and day to day. Poor feeder management and water hygiene can undermine even the best quality feed. Dehydration will stop egg production faster than anything else. Observing the quality of the eggshells produced by your flock is one of the most direct ways to diagnose potential nutritional issues. Consistently thin eggs, shell-less eggs. Changes in egg production and appearance can also point to other deficiencies. A noticeable decrease in egg size, pale-colored yolks suggest a lack of xanthophylls in the diet. Physical signs in the hens themselves are also key indicators of nutritional problems. A flock that appears listless with dull, ruffled feathers. Feather picking can sometimes be triggered by nutritional deficiencies, particularly a lack of protein or methionine. Watch for signs of lameness or leg weakness in otherwise healthy birds. When you suspect a nutritional problem, the first step is to conduct a feed audit. Reevaluate exactly what your flock is eating every day. Often the solution is as simple as cutting back on scratch grains, consult a poultry veterinarian, or a nutritionist from a feed company.